Hello, it's Sean. Today I'm going to be doing a preview of Tanks But No Thanks, a game published by 10 Robot Games and designed by James Staley. This is a strategy board game where players are fighting each other to claim victory. The players are trying to eliminate the other players' tanks and bases before they lose all of their own tanks or bases. The cost of the game via Kickstarter is $39 Canadian plus shipping. For this preview, I was given a print and play version. I printed off the files, dug around for some models, and gathered some friends to play some games. The models seen in the review are from my own collection and not what will be included in the final product. The game will come with wooden tank meeples, wooden hexes for the bunkers, and wooden flags for the bases. There are stretch goals that will provide upgraded tanks, bases, and bunkers if funding gets high enough. The rules in this game are pretty straightforward. Each player starts with 5 tanks and 3 bases. On their turn, each player can either move or shoot. To move, the player rolls a green die and can move 1 square per number on the die. Tanks can be moved in any direction, and movement can be divided between multiple tanks or spent all on 1 tank. Bases cannot move. Models cannot move through bunkers, bases, or other tanks. A player can choose to fire with a single tank on their turn if they don't move. Tanks can only fire in a straight line. Think about how a queen moves in chess, and that is how a tank can fire. A tank can target another tank or an enemy base. The number needed to score a hit is equal to the target's distance from the firing tank. If a hit is scored, then the target is removed from the board. Tanks cannot fire through other tanks, bases, or bunkers. The game comes with an expansion that adds secret missions and bonus cards. If using the expansion, each player is dealt 1 secret mission and 1 bonus card. The secret missions add an additional win condition for each player. Each secret mission is distinct, and some are easier to complete than others. The bonus powers give each player a one-time power that can be used during the game. These range from an additional movement to a guaranteed 6 on an attack roll and a variety of other things. While the mechanics of the game are simple, the game forces some interesting choices. Since a player must choose to move or attack, they must weigh the benefit of getting close to an enemy with a movement action, knowing that the enemy will have the chance to attack them before they can act again. Alternatively, the player can get in line for an attack, but be a bit further away and hope the enemy isn't lucky with their roll or decides to skip their attack altogether. I think this game is a great time. I've introduced it to 6 other players, and only one of them has not enjoyed it. I think there's a fair amount of replayability in this game because of the variations provided in the secret missions and bonus powers. While I've not seen the final product, the tanks, bases, and bunkers don't appear to be all that special. I may continue to use my own models after I get my copy of the game through the Kickstarter because they add a little bit more variety and theme to the game. However, I could be surprised by the end product and decide to use what they've provided. I'm also concerned a little about the balance of some of the secret missions. A couple of them seem nearly impossible to complete. For example, one requires the player to have a tank in each of the 4 corners of the map for 2 consecutive turns. While it is possible to complete that, I think it's very clear to the enemies what that player is trying to do, and with only needing to have 2 tanks lost, it becomes very difficult to accomplish that mission. To me, and I only have limited experience with the game, many of the other missions seem much easier. One fix to this could be as simple as having each player get 2 cards from the secret missions deck and picking which one they want to try to achieve that game. The few downsides certainly don't outweigh the enjoyment that I've had playing this game, and I've backed the Kickstarter and I'm looking forward to getting my very own copy. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this and the other projects that I'm working on, please subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe, please be sure to click on the bell so you get updates when I post new videos. You can also follow me on Twitter @HeroOfTheTable. There you can see the games I'm playing and the projects I'm working on that may not make it to video. If you have any questions or comments, you can post them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching.